Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel whose name is The Changing Life. My name is Harsha Srivastav and I'm as usual I am with my friend Anmol Srivastav. So today we will have a debate over the topic that is the merging of the public sector bank is profitable or not. I am in the favor that public sector bank merging is profitable and my friend Anmol is in the against of it. So now I would start in the favor of that and by taking the point. One of the major one of the major thing that we need to understand that it will definitely increase the efficiency of the banks. Why? Because the small banks they do not have such type of expertise. They do not have such type of great leaders that can easily manage all these things and they that can easily you can say stimulate the automated systems. But if you talk about the big banks, they have a great expertise and taking that expertise if the public sector bank they would be merged, if the small and large banks would be merged, then definitely there would be a great you can say increase in the efficiency. Why? Because they would having the guidance of world class expertise and they would definitely I mean come make that bank to reach on the ascent. So that is one of the most important point that we need to understand. Another thing is that we are very familiar that there is a partiality in the wages of the bank employees. You can say that in some of the small banks there is a employees they do complain that I am getting such as small wages, and in large banks they are saying that oh yeah, I mean they do not say anything. So what happened in the small banks, they people do complain that I am getting that less sort of salary in spite I have to do the same work as the people of the large bank do. So that impartiality will remain, I mean will not remain for any moment, because if the banks would be merged, all the employees would be getting the salary according to their post. There would be no system of I mean higher class bank and lower class bank like that. And many other things that I want to discuss, but what is your opinion? It is necessary to know your opinion right now.
Yeah, you are somewhat right on your own extent that merger of public bank, sector bank is somewhat beneficial not only for our economy but also for the government and for the public also. But there is another thing. Every action has always an equal and opposite reaction. So there is always some disadvantage in the merger of a public sector bank also, and there must be have a disadvantage like the first disadvantage of the merger of public sector bank is that it reduces the decentralization, because decentralization is very important for effective governance. So you can say that for carry out the process in a effective manner. But what happened that when these public sector bank merge, so so the number decreases within a few. From earlier there was a 20 or 90 public sector bank, now it will be reduced to 8 to 10 public sector bank.
Yes.
So another disadvantage that by merger of a public sector bank, somewhat people have more trust and somewhat people emotionally trust on a small banks. Like you can say that Oriental Bank of Commerce and Grameen Bank, or you know that Syndicate Bank. So these are the small banks which are not so reputed, but public have a trust on these banks. So public don't like to. Public most of public have their account in these banks. So public think that no, if the merger will happen, then there might be some inconvenience they have to face in a future time. Another disadvantage in the merger of a public sector bank is that what happened that before 2008, there was a major economic slowdown, global economic slowdown all over the world. So what happened at that time? All the financial institutions goes into a losses, and all the economy goes into a losses, and all the things were getting to be very worst at that time. So what happened that most of the big banks, big financial institutions all over the world, they got totally sank. They got totally drowned due to the economic slowdown, and due to cracks in the public sector bank at that time. due to the cut in the financial sector at that time, uh, the economy of the world, of the developed countries were not able to grow at a normal stage. It was not possible for India. Means the condition of India is at that time somewhat better than most of developed countries, because we have a small sector bank also at that time, large number of bank at that time, and due to this small sector bank means the main advantage of the small sector bank that they are not getting so much prone to the economic risk or global risk that may arise in future times, because their activity is not directly related with the global economic slowdown. I mean, they can easily manage, they can easily tackle their problems, and they can easily inject the money in the economy. But after the merger, what happened that these public sector banks are somewhat just have a higher prone, means they have a higher chances to that to goes into a losses, or get affected from a economic slowdown or world class economic slowdown. So these are the somewhat disadvantages in a merger of a public sector bank. There are many more disadvantages that I will tell later on. So, what are your opinion regarding this?
Actually, I think that some of your points are correct. I do agree with them. But some of things that you said, I totally disagree from that. Why? Because you have said that the people do trust on the small sector banks. You can say like Grameen Bank and some other banks. So actually, I want to tell you that trust is always developed by the services that the bank is providing. So we are very familiar that the banks which are large scale bank, they do provide the world class facilities, they do provide the good services, they do provide the loan at very shorter period of the time, they do provide the larger amount of loan, and lot of benefits that you do get when you are in the when you are a customer of the high scale bank or a big bank. Why? Because they are having a huge of capital, and by having a huge of capital, they can be able to transfer one part for money to another part, and they can be able to manage all the situations very easily. So because they are also having a great management system and good leaders, good team of expertise that I have told you earlier. So it is not a matter of trust, it is a matter of getting the best services. And we are very familiar that if the large banks are providing good services, then definitely after the merging they also be providing the same facilities too, because the facilities would not be affected a lot. But as you have discussed about this point, so I want to say this. Another thing that comes to my mind is about the crisis management. We are very familiar that small banks generally face a lot of problem during the crisis management. We are very familiar at the time of the demonetization, when there was a changes in the currency at the 2018, I think. So on that time there was a huge problem to some of the small banks. They do face a lot of problem to change the money of the people and in managing the situations effectively. So but you can say about the large sector banks like Punjab National Bank and some other banks, they had managed the situations in a very efficient way. Why? Because I have already told that they have a good team of expertise, and not only the good team of expertise, but government is also having the vision. I mean, it is very efficient to all the banks. I don't say anything about that, but I mean to say that crisis management can be better at the large scale bank. Why? Because if they are facing that I need to invest the money, they would be having a capital to invest over the situation. But in terms of the small scale banks, if you talk, then in the time of the crisis management, they do come in the debt if they take a lot of loan, or if they take a lot of fund from any other institution. So that is a major problem beside the, you can say, small sector bank. And if we combine the large and small sector bank, then I think the crisis management problem would be efficiently solved. So it is one of the important thing. Another thing that comes into my mind is about increasing of the efficiency, and increasing of the money also, profit also. Why? Because if the banks would be merged, then you can say that the facilities would be same. If there are two banks, they would be make a single. So what would happen? The cost of the infrastructure would be less. There is one advantage, and another advantage is the actually bank requires establishing a bank requires a large amount of IT infrastructure. So on that and IT infrastructure, if the banks are merged, then definitely they would be having to generate a low cost and efficient IT infrastructure. So that is also beneficial for the society. Not only these things come to my mind, another point that comes into my mind is that they would be very efficiently they would be a good class of infrastructure. Generally the small banks, they do not provide the good infrastructure, but if you talk about the large banks, they do have a good class of infrastructure. So if they do combine together, then definitely they would be having the good class infrastructure, good facilities. They would be very facilitated to provide a loan. Another thing that comes into my mind is that they would definitely tempt the people. They would definitely attract the large amount of customers, and that will rapidly increase the investments in the bank, rapidly increased in the you can say issuing of the loans, and lot of facilities that would definitely occur after the merging of the small sector and a large sector bank. So I think it is definitely a great idea.
You are somewhat right in your own point of view, but there are some other disadvantage that came into my mind after the merging of a bank. Actually, what happened that there will be an increase in extra burden load in a small sector, in a large sector in bank also after the merging. Because what happened that whatever the accounts, whatever transaction that is being happening in a small sector bank, then these transactions have been shifted in a large sector, the large public sector bank. So employees of these banks may find it very extra work burden to manage the transaction of even of a bank which has been merged into that bank. For example, you can say that Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank of India that has been merged in a Punjab National Bank. So the employees of Punjab National Bank have to do extra work to manage the account, to manage the transactions in a systematic way of even a OBC and United Bank of India also. So it increases the workload. Another disadvantage that came to my mind that that what happened that it decreases the efficiency of a large public sector bank. That I mean to say, because what happened the small sector bank, their performance may not be a good. They may not have a proper systematic techniques to record transactions and to manage their bank efficiently, and they have a huge losses. So what happened that these sick public sector bank merge into a big public sector bank. Then what happened that that bank will also become into a that there's a high chance that public sector bank can also become a sick in a later time, because of most of the non-performing assets that has been there in a small public sector bank can be shifted to a large public sector bank, and most of the poor management and poor techniques that has been adopted in a small sector bank, it may be shifted to a large sector bank. And if this happen, and actually what happens that now after the merger, the employees also have to shift from a small to big sector, to big bank like SBI. For example, employees of Oriental Bank of Commerce have to work in a State Bank of India. So what happens? The employees of Oriental Bank of Commerce, they might not be totally well equipped. They might not get a proper training. They might not have a good qualification. They might not have a good exposure to manage their bank. And what happened then? When these employees came into a big public sector bank like SBI, then they cannot manage the accounts. They cannot manage the bank in a good manner, because they have received to manage the bank because they received to manage the bank of a small sector like OBC, but they have not got a training to manage a big public sector bank like SBI. So they may be getting failed to manage the big public sector bank. So what happen if this happen? Then there will be a very severe condition. There will be not a good condition for a big public sector bank. So, in my point of view, those weak banks, those sick banks should not be merged into a large public sector bank. Otherwise, these this, these sick public sector banks might cause a serious trouble, serious problem for a big public sector bank also. Are you getting my point?
I am getting your point, but the major thing is that everything has its advantages and disadvantages too. So coming to the conclusion, we can say that you can say that banks are not necessarily to be merged every time, but it is not also like that you do not think about merging the banks. So according to my point of view, in conclusion, I can say that merging of bank is a very critical decision of the government, and government should always make a good analysis over the outcomes of merging the banks. And when they do occur in a some solution, some result, then they do think about the pros and cons. And if there are lot of pros, then the cons, then definitely the bank merging would be occur. I do not say that all the banks would be merged, but if the bank merging is a need of an hour in some sort of a places and in some sort of banks, then it is not a wrong decision to merge the bank. It can be proved as a good deal. So definitely bank should be merged according to that. So thank you to all my listeners. Goodbye, and I hope that you have enjoyed the conversation, and I also want that you do comment your views about this topic. So thank you, stay safe, and goodbye.